So this is Dr. Black. She's a podiatrist in the area, and we met probably maybe right after I opened, I think. So
Which was how long ago?
We're starting our 5th year this month. So I know, and it'll be 20 years that this has been a shoe store. So Dr. Black came in. I found out she was a podiatrist, so I got all excited because I wanted her to see what was new and exciting and different shoes that were offered that might help her in her business and then help me with her patients when she sends them in, so she would know some of the brands that are out there that are new and improved. And so we've just had this relationship pretty much since we opened, and it's been great because she knows when she sends someone in here, we're not just throwing any shoe on them. The whole staff is trained to help as best we can, and it all depends on how flexible the patient is, because sometimes we come in here and we make a recommendation and they leave with something completely different. But it's not for lack of trying. But you know, everything in here is a comfort shoe. But
Usually pretty pleased when they come back
yeah.
with their choices.
Most
I
of the
saw
time.
somebody with those A-Trucks on.
Yeah.
Admiring them. I thought they looked really good.
So I love it when she comes in, and I appreciate that we both kind of work together. Because if your feet aren't happy, nothing about you's happy. Yeah. We're going to take a tour of the store and tell you a little bit about the brands that we carry.
Do you have like shoes that had metatarsal bars in them besides the Birkenstocks?
Yes. Now, originally I have heel spurs too, and it does have. You can feel, you know, it's stiff and it's cork. These actually hurt my metatarsal because my foot's too soft under there. So that actually I can feel that big old bump. But this one, I think I have this shoe in multiple colors.
It's cute.
And it's worked well for a lot of people that have plantar fasciitis, because having that little lift back there helps alleviate.
Usually what I tell them to do is get something that cups your heel, that drops your heel down, like a Birkenstock.
Right.
Footbed.
Yes. So
Typically, I
Right.
know this helps, especially if you've got Achilles tendonitis to raise.
right, because for me, the Birkenstock, because it puts my foot down almost in a negative position, it flares up the heel spur. So then this helps keep me up and relieves the plantar fasciitis and then doesn't irritate the heel spur. So it really comes down to what type of situation is the person dealing with, because some people need that little bit of lift in the back, and then some people need that total zero drop shoe. So
Yeah, well, people tend to avoid walking on their heel, so they start walking more on the ball of their foot, and that tightens up their Achilles tendon. So then when they try to drop it down into that zero position, it flares it up, so I can see that. But some people that would have a posterior heel pain, like Achilles tendonitis,
my
that's
spurs back there.
back here.
Yeah.
For spurs on the bottom there sometimes.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
I like that.
So this has been good. We were just discussing this shoe, it looks just like a plain old Converse, just like from the olden days, but it's ranked in the top 10 walking shoes in some, let's see, for traveling in USA Today. So Naote is another great brand for foot problems. I always call it the dressy version of a Birkenstock. So you've got the bottom that's similar to Birkenstock, and you have the cork insole. These have a more narrow fit, so for that person that needs that, and then some of them have...
What's the smallest size you carry in this?
The smallest it comes in is a 35, which is like a 4.5.
Oh wow, okay.
So we do carry all sizes. Now this brand, and that's another thing that is great when you're sending people, is because we carry the smallest the shoe comes in and we carry the largest. And so this shoe goes into up to, certain styles go up to a 44, which is like a woman's 12. So it just depends on the style. I wore this shoe to my wedding.
Oh yeah, that's a really good idea for a wedding.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because it's got the stretchy part here, and then it wasn't too high because I don't normally wear heels, but I actually wore it all day.
So, do they come in just the one width, or do they come a little wider?
Well, this one only comes in one width, but some of their shoes come in 2 widths, or you have like the wide version. Let me just find one. Like this shoe right here is very similar to this shoe here, This is your regular width, and then this is your wide version of that shoe. So the bottoms are the same. And a lot of shoes is funny. You turn the shoe over, you can tell if you're buying the same style or similar footbed, because that's that footbed, and then you get down here, you know you're into a different footbed. And this also is a wider base of a shoe. And with cork, as you know, cork absorbs shock and also molds the shape of your foot. And then some of these have actual removable insoles where if you had to put them in an orthotic, they could take this out. Although it's cork, it's got some great support, but then you can turn yours and put your insoles in there. A little trimming down.
So what are those kind of shoes good for? What kind of ailments? All. There you go. They have a tremendous amount of shock absorption and support. Good.
Yeah, so just depends on what they need. I mean, and then the closed toe, this has been a great seller. It's like the one I just showed you. So if you look at the bottom, they're very similar. So I know if they like that shoe, they're gonna like this shoe, so that helps me. So I'm not just grabbing shoes randomly, I'm looking at what they're liking, and then I can go back there and find the same bottom. So this has got a lot of the same support with the removable insole. So we're not just grabbing anything. And then the person likes this shoe, they're gonna like this shoe, and then it comes down here, and it's also in a sandal version. So if I was to turn these over, they look completely different from the top, but they fit the same from the bottom. So something interesting that Nao, and a lot of the brands do it, I can kind of tell by either a design or a bottom that they're fitting the same footbed.
So I have patients that come in and say they're going to Europe and they're going to be doing a lot of walking on cobblestones. What would you, rather than a sandal that we wear here in Florida, what would you recommend for those people going to?
So this shoe here, this is Archipedico. This has been a great travel shoe. And this has been good because, especially in the black, you can be wearing a skirt and still wear this shoe, and if it gets wet, you can just dry it in the room. So this has been one of our top travel shoes, which is why we have it in 25 colors. I mean, I wouldn't carry a shoe if it wasn't a good seller in that many colors. So, and then the boots have been great because you can spray them and waterproof them, but you know, when you're traveling, a lot of times it can be cold and then it can be hot, and so this shoe can kind of be versatile in both situations. And then we have our heavier boots depending on where you're going, and then we have this, what we talked about earlier, a tennis shoe that's got support in Nao. Then you can move over from what you wore in a sandal. This is going to be similar support in a boot. So in our boots, we don't typically get into too heavy, but we do carry some that are waterproof.
So it's like a flesh lining there?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just holes in it.
So let's go to the other side. Come on, Sue.
And that's why she needs.
I do get a lot of people that love this brand. This brand is probably one of our top selling lines because it's colorful and because it's supportive as far as comfort wise, where a lot of people that want fashion, when they go shop in more of a fashion shoe store, the toe part is too narrow. So most of our shoes, that's how they get in the comfort category. It means the box here is wider, and then the heels aren't drastically high. So it's just that medium heel. And so we find a lot of people like this brand because they're fun, they're funky, they're not just your basic old, just plain shoe, a lot of detail, and then the lower heel. Now we do have some that are higher, but the person that likes this shoe, it's also nice and wide right here. Your whole foot's not going down to the front.
The other thing is it's got a nice high toe box too. It's not sloping down like I don't see any shoes that you have that I really point to.
Yeah, we don't, and we don't carry that style you're talking about, really. It doesn't fit, it wouldn't fall in the comfort category. I mean, even this great dress boot, not too, a thick heel, so for stability, and then you've got the cuteness, the cute factor. And then we carry a full line of what you would call your medical shoe, nurses, doctors. Switch sides. This is your better side. So Allegria, Dansko, clogs, and we carry a nice selection of that. And also we'll order any color. Shoes come in so many colors, it's hard to carry them all. So a lot of times I'll carry a couple of colors, but then we have the books here so you can look through there and go, okay, I like that shoe, I like the way it fits, but I want it in this color. So then we order, you know, your favorite color. And then this has been the shoe we were talking about earlier, Dansko. Most people who know Dansko, this is what they think of when they think of Dansko. They think of this clog style shoe, which is still very popular brand, popular shoe, but they've come out with stuff with their same Dansko support, but they put it in a lighter weight shoe. And this is called the Fauna.
This is a lot lighter than my shoes
Yes.
that were in surgery.
Well, and this is XP 2.0, which you might be wearing the original XP, the original Professional. The XP 2.0 actually comes with a removable footbed, and it is lighter. They have gone a little lighter. And then we of course have hiking shoes, waterproof shoes. This is new with Dansko. This is a waterproof hiker.
I like it.
You said you were looking for waterproof. And then we have the lower version. If you've ever heard of those 5-finger shoes that have the little toes, this is they call it the Vibram bottom, so it's good for traction and slip resistant, but it's also waterproof and very comfortable.
I like it.
It comes in a medium and a wide.
That'd be a good one to
Yeah.
go to Europe with.
Yes.
Walk all around.
Yep. And then we carry Keens. They have hiking shoes. Picolinos are made in Spain. One of the things for that person that's all concerned about chemicals, they vegetable dye all their leathers. They own their own tannery, so there's no chemicals used to dye their leathers.
Hold up? Like if
Yes, they actually have a 2-year warranty. Yep. Working our way this way. Most people have heard of Bionics. Great shoe, great for that person that you send in that leans in, pronates in, because it has all those components you're talking about. It's got the heel cup to keep you more stable. It basically explained there on the bottom. And then the sandals do really well because it's got that, what would you call that in a shoe?
I know what you're talking about, like
Yeah.
the little nubs that disperse pressure.
Yeah, but it also, because it has that, it caves in.
Oh, the
it
heel cup.
It
That's got
actually
a deep heel cup on it.
keeps you more stable. Yeah. And so they've come out with tennis shoes, and the sandals are great. Slippers,
Got slippers down here.
Yes.
Do you have a Bionic slipper?
right here. So you get the Bionic support and a slipper. And it comes in lots of colors. Another thing where we can order colors, you just can't carry every color. The way their philosophy with Bionica is they build from the bottom up rather than the top down. So the arch is actually built in the mold of the shoe, where a lot of brands, the arch is put in the insole. The removable insole comes out, there is no arch. Well, this is actually built into the shoe. So as the shoe softens up, or you know, some footbeds flatten out, this won't flatten out because it's built in the construction. So just something different.
The problem I have is that people down here in Florida love running around barefoot in the house, but they shouldn't be because
Right.
we're mostly ceramic tile floors. And
We have that discussion in here a lot with customers. It's a question I ask a lot: do you walk around barefoot? And they say yes. I'm like, well, if Dr. Black was here, she would tell you not to do that.
Why is that then?
because most people don't have a normal foot, and most people have some deforming forces, and when you're stepping up on your foot without any control or support, shock absorption, you're going to exaggerate the problems, those deformities.
It's all about
You know.
service, not about money.
I mean, even this shoe, this is called Hey Dude. I don't think you've seen this.
Yes, I have. I tried it on.
Okay.
Yes.
And it feels like nothing, but it actually, for that person that refuses to wear anything, you could probably get them to wear that.
And
It has removable insoles.
you throw them in the washing machine
Yep.
and hang them up to dry.
See?
The problem I have is that I've got a number of people who think they're supposed to throw their athletic shoes, any of these shoes, in the washing machine. Can you do that?
Not all of them. Now, if you are going to wash them, I would say do it on a gentle cycle, but I certainly wouldn't put a red shoe with a white bottom in the washing machine, because your red shoe is going to have a red bottom. So you have to consider what you're throwing in the washing machine. And you can clean a lot of stuff with hydrogen peroxide without putting it in the washing machine. That's how you can clean the footbed. use hydrogen peroxide to clean the footbed. We also sell a really good sandal cleaner, but
Is that how you keep the, because I've read on the internet it takes sandpaper.
well, what you want to do is clean it with hydrogen peroxide and then use sandpaper because you want to nap. This is like a suede. You have to nap that back up. After you get the dirt out, then use either a toothbrush or a suede brush or sandpaper to get the nap back up. Otherwise, it kind of flattens out. Or you're lazy like me and done nothing to mine. So, and then this has been a home run shoe for us.
That's got a big toe.
Yes. This has a big toe box. Look at the arch in this shoe.
Wow.
Feel that thing.
Wowzer.
Yeah.
And it's lightweight.
And then
These are
this is
Atrax. These are nice.
yeah. And then you've got, this is the sandal version of the same shoe. Great arch support. Well, Atrax, the story behind Atrax is they made orthotics for about 40 years before they ever made a shoe. So then they made a shoe. It was quite ugly. No one bought them. So now they've come a long way, and now they make really cute shoes, and they're great sellers here, and they're great for everyone's feet because I have, here's your more of your Birkenstock footbed, I would say, with that heel cup.
Deep heel cup.
Which that's the one I said to you irritates my foot, but then I have a girl that works for me in our DeLand store. This is her favorite footbed, works for her. My favorite footbed is a Jillian. It's got that little bit of lift, arch support. Here's your metatarsal. These are all have, and this helps keep you from pronating. The bottom of the shoe actually has features to do certain things. So that shoe works for me. Now Sue likes the Gabby footbed. Her foot's a little flatter. She doesn't like too much arch, but just enough. So the shoes that she typically wears are these two shelves right here. And then I am in this shelf, and these three. And then Julie, who works in DeLand, this is her footbed. And so it just really depends on who's wearing the shoe. And then this is something popular now. We got a platform with the same footbed. So you basically took this shoe and added some height to it.
Okay. So I usually have an objection to people that are overpronated raising their heel up above the level of their forefoot. But this looks like it would hold your pronation pretty
Yes,
well.
it feels, you don't feel like you're even in a wedge in this shoe. Just based on the way, because you actually stay further back in the shoe where if you're wearing if I'm wearing a typical shoe with a height on it, my toes hurt, the ball of my feet hurt, but this shoe keeps you back.
Okay.
And then we carry, Atrax has a great flip-flop, Vionics has a great flip-flop, and then I find if someone doesn't like this support and it's too much, then we move them over to Olakai. It's got a nice arch, but not too much. So then we kind of move people into that.
But here is my objection to these, is that they go so far down. They don't come up high.
Okay. And what was the other one?
Yep, and then we have this. So this is that sandal, same footbed with the full back, and then this can adjust. Because this is for that person that refuses to wear anything with a back. If you're going to get them in something, you got to find, I'd rather get them in something if they're refusing to wear this because they don't want that. But then this is great because of what it does, and it holds onto your foot. It's at least if they wore that in the house, right?
Right. It'd be much better if they're wearing it in the house and shut out.
And then this has been one of my newest additions to the store, and you have some Reveres, right? This is Revere?
Yes, I have that very one right there.
You have this one?
No.
The one I have on my hand? Okay. So Revere was introduced to me because it comes in a medium and a wide width. And it comes with a removable insole, which trying to get out here. But it comes with a removable insole. So if Dr. Black needed to add a lift or something onto this shoe, you could do it and still keep the insole. And then it also, in every box, comes with add-on straps. So instead of having it hook here and show the Velcro, it has like an extender, so you can cover that Velcro up, or hook and loop, as they say. So this has been like a wonderful find because it comes up to a 12. and then it goes to a 12 wide in many of the styles. And it also goes down to a 5, but I really brought this in for my customer that has a larger foot that can't find anything cute, you know. So, I mean, who wouldn't want a pair of these, right, Sue?
Is that the Piccolino or is that?
No, this is Revere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and then this just came out. We just got this in. It's got a little bit of stretch here, but it comes in medium and wide width. So.
Where would you the one with ecosystem? Compression socks?
Oh, yes. Okay, well, we just got this OS first. Okay, good, because I don't even know the name. The name is so weird to me. So this is a new line of socks that we just got in. I was introduced to this after we won the award. So this is one of the sponsors of the award that we just won, which we'll talk about later. But it's a bunion relief sock. You might be able to talk more about that than me. And then we have a plantar fasciitis sock. There's talks about the zones that it covers.
I really don't know anything about this sock, but it says it's the right, so I assume this would go over your big toe.
Yes.
I don't know about the stitching, if that would bother you or not. Have you tried this on or not?
I haven't yet. It's that new. We just got them in.
But yeah, it's got padding right here
Yeah,
on the side.
let's see. It doesn't even have really a seam in there.
Oh, okay. Yes. I didn't know if you could get to it from the side.
So, and then we're trying them out, and then we've got a knee brace, and this is a sock to wear at night. You know, like I've had the boot before, which is really, yes, I've had a hard time wearing the boot because it's so big and bulky. So this sock is only to be worn at night, and sometimes only for like 4 hours. So it helps, which you would know, the whole purpose of wearing for plantar fasciitis at night.
Well, the Strasbourg sock is the prototype of what we're talking about, which is like a splint that goes over your foot, and then it's got a thing that you pull up on, and it keeps your foot at 90 degrees. And that helps keep the Achilles tendon longer, and it helps push against the bursa in the bottom of the heel that's hurting people. How this works, I don't know.
I can't wait to have somebody try it.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the whole thing that for me that used to happen when I would get out of bed in the morning and you step down. I mean, the burning and the stinging on the bottom of your feet when you step down. I will say, after buying the shoe store and wearing better shoes for my feet, I don't have that burning anymore. Mm-hmm. And I've even gone through the surgery where they slit the bottom of your heel. That was so fun. But this has been so many things that can help, you know, when you do have foot issues. But I'm not a doctor, so I just try to find and listen to what my customer says. Yeah.
Is there something that I can wear? And it's nice to know that, hey, go try this. I know.
And that's why we have Dr. Black. She tells me what works, and then she tries them on. She can't come in here and not try on at least 20 pairs of shoes, not because she's asking to try them on. It's because I'm saying you have to try these on and tell me what you think. Oh. And then we have like 4 different brands of compression socks. Oh, yes. Do you want to be videoed today? So here's my theory.
They're compression socks.
Yes. Here's my theory on compression socks. They don't have to be black, brown, navy, beige, and they don't have to take 3 people to put them on. So we sell fun compression socks, and they come in multiple sizes, and it goes by your calf size. So there's regular 8 to 15, then there's regular 15 to 20 compression, and then there's plus regular and higher compression. Then we even have, if you need compression socks but you still want to wear your sandals, we have toeless compression socks.
That's great.
And they're fun, they're funky, they're crazy. We still carry, I'll prove it, we still carry your basic colors. But who wants to wear that every day? I want people to have fun. And we've had, Patricia, you bought these for somebody in your family?
Yes.
For traveling.
How old? No, you bought them for somebody older, I thought.
I bought it for my aunt who was 92.
So here's her 92-year-old aunt wearing like flamingo compression socks. It just gives a little pep in your step. And for traveling, for flying, even if you haven't been told you need compression socks, it does help when you fly on an airplane.
Yeah, tell me why that's important.
Well, basically, they don't pressurize the airplane cabins to what you have down here on the Earth. It's usually about 10,000 feet. And so it doesn't put enough pressure up against your tissues. That's number one. Number two, you're seated with your legs down going, and you're putting pressure on your veins so that the venous side of your vascular structures aren't draining back up to the heart. So that's why they tell you to get up and walk, not just stand, but walk, because your calf muscles will massage those veins and push their fluid back up to your heart. But these help because you have little cusps in your veins that become incompetent as you get older, and they start to give way, leak back, and that's why your feet sometimes will start swelling up. So by wearing a compression socks, you're pushing those together and preventing that backflow. So those are several reasons why you would want to wear compression stockings just on an everyday basis.
Yeah. I know we had one of our hospital sales, and we're usually there from 7 in the morning till late at night, and it was 10 o'clock at night, and I'd been there since 7 a.m. I'm exhausted, my legs are so tired, and I just decided at that point I was going to try a pair, because I hadn't even tried a pair yet. I had so much pep back in my legs after that, I thought, why didn't I have these on all day? But it is amazing what compression sock can do, and these are fun, and they're not too thick, you know, because it's Florida, so we can't have them be totally.
Yeah, no, they're not thick. I wear those.
Yes, and then we do have the thicker ones. It's personal preference. We go to the hospital sales, and 50% of them will buy the thicker ones, and the other half buy the thin ones. So.
I've never even tried on the thicker ones.
Well, we'll get you a pair. And then, of course, I'm trying to think. We do have different insoles. And different little things for extra metatarsal support or a heel straightener. Just minor little fixes to put in your shoes. And when you need the major stuff, she's there for that. I am not gonna try to diagnose anyone. It's not my area of expertise. This is something that I know just from being in this business. Most podiatrists know the name Birkenstock. Would you say that's correct?
I would say that.
Yes.
One of the things, you know what, they don't have that grasping bar on there. It's less noticeable when you get the soft footbed. You can see it way more when you get the regular footbed. I used to shave these off with my Dremel.
Now, one thing that's great is that most foot doctors know about Birkenstock, and we get a lot of recommendations. What I like about Dr. Black is that she comes in and she finds out that there's so many other brands out there that can do what she needs the shoe to do without being limited just to one brand. And that's Dr. Black has been in, Dr. Zimmerman has been in, so it's nice to have them come in and let me kind of walk them around, because just like me, I never get a chance to leave and go see what's out there. They're stuck in their offices. They don't get a chance to come in here and see what's new and what's up and coming.
Yeah, because I was sending patients for Allegrias and Niats, and I walked in here after about 6 months, and I was like, oh my goodness, you've got some shoes I've never even heard of before.
Right, and that's why I make her try them on, because if she can feel them, she can talk about them. But you have to put them on to really know what, people come in here and say, we hear it all the time, what's the most comfortable shoe you sell? And my answer is always, it depends on the foot that's in the shoe. So I really can't tell you that we have one shoe that's the most comfortable, because what's good for you might not work for me, and vice versa. So that's why if she's trying on the shoes, she can kind of guide people to what brand she thinks would work best for them. Or she just sends them in and says, go see Amy.
It's shock absorption and structural hold for most people, especially in the aging people. It's starting to really catch up to you. Things are more brittle, and your joints are not able to tolerate what they once could do, and so it just becomes more and more important as you get older.
Yeah, and if you do it when you're younger, you might not have all the problems you have when you're older.
Exactly. But it's kind of hard if your feet aren't hurting to get those
Right.
good habits going.
Yes, but now that they're getting cuter and more stylish, I find more of the younger generation looking for that. Where I didn't see, I mean, when I was growing up, I didn't have any clue of that. So, of course, I ran around barefoot all out in the woods and pretty much just my poor little feet. Welcome to the man cave. And for all you men out there that don't want this little man cave, yes, you do. Because I moved all your shoes out into the main section of the store and you quit buying shoes. So you do like the cave whether you want to admit it or not. So we've named it the Man Cave. There's over 150 styles of shoes in here. Very supportive, nice lines, nice brands, sandals, just some good water shoes, shoes for the boat. Well, I think we got it all covered over here. You just have to take time and look, and you can shop right in here. It works.
Do you have any like dressman shoes at all? Anything that would be like for business?
Well, back here we carry Echo
Oh, that's so nice.
and Rikers. Rikers have been really good for that. We have Naotes. I try to carry what men typically buy: a brown shoe, a black shoe, a sandal, and a tennis shoe, and we got it covered. I tease my guys. I got everything covered, and then we get into some, beautiful shoes.
Pretty
So.
stylish.
And then of course we have our dudes. We have the dudes for men, which it was started out as just a man shoe. Women came along later for that brand, but Piccolino's is a good, good work shoe. And then we have like restaurant shoes. We got rubber shoes. So for example, look, this can be washed in the dish sanitizer. So it has a removable insole, polyurethane, so it holds up really well, doesn't fall apart, and you can hose it down. Non-slip, oil and water. And then we carry the Birkenstock version of that. This is Birkenstock, and then Allegria makes a great non-slip track shoe, and it has a chip in it. Keeps track your steps.
We're really lucky here in Lake County to have her, especially in the Mount Dora, the Golden Triangle area.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. We don't have a shoe store like this anywhere that I know of, where somebody takes the time to show you, knows their shoes really well, takes the time to explain the soles, the insoles, the styles, what widths. Most of the time, if they do carry shoes, it's just pick out what you like and, go get the shoe and you try it on. So that's why I like you.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was, and I learned a lot.
Yeah.